Marko, at the end of the first international break of the season, what have the last couple of weeks allowed you to do?
Mixture of rest and recovery and work. They've had some days off, they've had some work. Obviously international players have been away with the countries and to varying degrees had some game time or not, or trained with the national teams and the players there. So we get all the numbers back from their respective countries, and we can use that obviously for the benefit of the players and make sure that we give them enough work leading into the game. So it's basically that. There's running repairs for one or two. One or two needed a bit of a breather at the end of that block of 6 games, and then we've got now a run of games coming up again before the next international break. So yeah, tough games. Starting with the one at home against Birmingham tomorrow.
To what extent have the last couple of weeks allowed you to kind of reflect on the start of the season, both in terms of what's pleased you but also areas for improvement?
Well, we do that continually anyway, so we've looked at what we've done pretty well, what we feel we've done pretty well, and what we didn't do well enough. And then obviously in the last game we've looked at that, reflected on that, and analysed it, and come back and tried to make some improvements. The continual work that goes on obviously hopefully will benefit them in the long run, and we can move past the game against West Brom and look to try and bounce back in terms of the result and performance tomorrow against a really strong Birmingham City team.
Since we last spoke, the transfer window's closed. What are your reflections on the business done both in and out? Everybody's
worked really hard. It's been a window where the planning and the preparation helps massively. I think we've targeted and had a lot of turnover and targeted players that we've been looking at for a period of time, and in some cases prior to my arrival. So I think that there've been some really good work, comprehensive work gone on, and that's got to continue because obviously the next one opens in a few months' time. So that never stops, but I think we've worked hard. Everybody's worked hard on it and managed to navigate through a difficult period, and we look healthier, stronger than we've done in my time here. So I'm looking forward to it. And again, you've got players that aren't the finished article, players that can still improve, and hopefully we'll see that over the period of their time with us. Obviously, the players that have come in have all contributed in varying ways so far. A lot of them with the game time that they've had. Some of them have been working their way back from injury. I think it's exciting. I think there's a lot of good talent in there now, and then it's up to us and them obviously to put the work in to get them as close to their top level as we possibly can, as quickly as we can. So that work continues on a daily basis. So, but it's exciting, really exciting that we've got them in and are working with us.
Yourself and Sorba were nominated for the monthly championship awards. In terms of Sorba, what do you feel as though has been key to how he's settled so far?
His humility, the way that he works, no nonsense, and really simple, keeping it really simple. He doesn't need to do anything more than that. He just needs to keep everything simple, but work hard as he does, and just keep the focus and just keep focused on what he does. I think the previous game, the team's starting to put 2 and 3 players around him now to try and nullify his threat, and he's got to recognise that as well, which is why I'm saying he's got to keep it simple and recognise things on the pitch. But he's been fantastic. His work rate's been good. His goal contributions, whether he's scored or whether he's created, have been really significant. So he doesn't need to do anything more than he started off with, and keep his head clear.
In terms of Birmingham City, what did you make of their record last season and how they've started this campaign?
Brilliant. I thought they've been brilliant. Obviously, to bounce back from a relegation, regardless of spend, regardless of the money that they've got and have spent, you've still got to spend it wisely. They've brought in good players. They've got a really good coach. Somebody who's worked at the top level as an assistant previously, but obviously in this role now, he's the number one, and he's set about it fantastically well. 111 points from League One campaign, is absolutely outstanding. It's a record anyway, but it's absolutely outstanding. and they'll be looking for the bounce and trying to do well and achieve their goals this season. Our job is to try and make sure that we're the best version of ourselves, because last time out we fell a little bit short of that. So I'm looking forward to us and seeing what we can do against what is a really talented team.